What's up, YouTube? Thank you for joining me in part 2 of this 3-part series of me trying to get back in shape as an old guy. My first week of the second month sucked. Second week of the second month is sucking too. No real reasons other than I'm just bummed. Tightening my diet and increasing my time in the gym just doesn't sound exciting, fun, or the remedy for the way I'm feeling. When I was younger, yes. Now that I'm older, not so much. So as we get to the end of this week, I have been feeling incredibly tired, lethargic, and sore, and might not even training that hard. After yesterday's workout, which was supposed to be legs, but since my knee is hurting, I really just did calves and hamstring and boxing, and I didn't even do that much. But my body just feels like it's been hit by a car, and I thought by now I'd be recovering a lot faster. So it's interesting that I'm documenting this at the same time that I am feeling the effects of aging. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of the 90 days. I have not done my dieting. I have not done the added cardio, but I'm going to hit the 3 a week like I committed to. Take what I can get. I really want to quit, but because I said I would do this, I'm trying to see it through. And when I say I want to quit, I don't want to quit for good. I just want to take a break, get like a week off. There's a lot going on too. All right, onward. So, interesting thing. So even before I did this YouTube, I would record myself so I can kind of like coach myself. And even though I'm really disappointed in my performance, like how my body is functioning, I think, unless the lighting is just really good, my body is changing. So, I mean, there's a plus to that. I just don't know why I'm so worn out when these workouts are like, I am in week 7, I believe. I've been eating better the last 2 days. I still feel very tired, achy and sore, very unmotivated. If I wasn't recording this and committed to these 3 videos, I honestly would have given up. and just train like 2-3 times a week casually. But I guess that's the benefit of this. My knee still hurts. I can't really do squats and lunges and all those wonderful things that you need to do to build your quads really nice. But it is getting better. I'm able to put pressure on one leg. I'm able to bend my knee slightly when I'm boxing now. I'm also realizing that I just want to feel good, you know? It's not just about the way I look. I just want to feel like I used to feel, where I feel in shape. I can run, I can jump, I can move without pain or tiredness afterwards. I don't know if that's never gonna happen again, but I also know that I could be in better shape, so that's what I'm going for also. Last day of this week, I'm freezing. I really wanna stop. It's funny, I thought I was gonna record myself doing wonderfully, but instead I'm recording myself wanting to quit. Every single step of the way. Hopefully next week, I'll stay stronger this week. I did do much better than the previous weeks on the diet side of things. Still not to the standard I would like to be doing it at. So we'll see what happens next week. My goal is to finish strong. The last weeks I'll do them right, but it's getting cold. That was my first day back in a real gym. Typically those days are very hard, but because of what I've been doing in the garage, my body was able to do what I wanted it to do. In a gym, you can wait in between equipment, in between sets, and you're processing thoughts and you're looking at what machine you want to do next. Time doesn't seem so painfully slow as it does in a garage. I did 10 minutes on the elliptical. I could have done more, but I was very bored, very hungry. I just don't have the discipline I used to. I definitely do better in a gym than I do in a garage. This is my final week of month 2, and I'm hoping to do this one right. I am still struggling to find a way to record my workouts. You would think I wouldn't be shy enough to bring a tripod and just record, but I am. Their boxing bag is non-existent. They used to have one and I loved it. It had a water bladder and some padding on the outside. It was a little bit light, but I really liked it. Sometimes I would use the post whenever the bag was down. I'm really sore on my quads, not from doing a leg workout, but from the sit-ups and the stability. It's not a sign that I'm conditioned or in shape, right? But I think the muscle memory of training pretty much most of my life, from 15 all the way to now, I've never really gone a full year without ever working out that year. I would take breaks, weeks, maybe a month or 2 at the longest, but I've always used the gym to help my mental health. And if not that, most of the time it was tied to a goal, something I wanted to do or be able to do, and I needed to condition or train my body to it. Hopefully I can get legs in on Friday or Saturday this week and wrap it up. Well, I did not find time to work out on Friday or Saturday. Friday after work was trick-or-treating with the kids, and then Saturday I thought I would do it, but then chores and other responsibilities got in the way, and then there was like a sleepover at my son's house, and I'm trying to coordinate that. Typical life, and my legs are still really sore. It's so ridiculous. These are all excuses. Either way, I think this is good to see, because in reality, it would be great if your consistency was 100% accurate all the time. But at least in my experience, for all the years that I've been doing this, it's not. You get on a roll, you do really well, weeks, months, and then you fall off and then you jump back on. With that said, I know a lot of friends that are very consistent, and I haven't seen them take time off other than to just be sick or a one-off. But if you're watching this and you're trying to get in shape, just stick to it. You know, you miss a day, I'm back tomorrow. You cut short on your workout, don't cut it short the next time. But don't just completely drop everything and don't do it again. Like, it's just about the consistency and the work of jumping back onto that horse. And that's what I try to teach my kids. Working out isn't about just like looking good and like some kind of ego pride boost. It's mental. When you're in the gym and you've committed to making 12 repetitions of a certain movement, and you get to a point where it starts to get really hard, and of course your brain starts saying, dude, this is hard, this is stressful, just stop. And then you listen to it and you go, yeah, let me stop. Then other people don't. Other people know their limitations. They know the brain is trying to make you give up, and it's a safety measure, right? But if you do this, you do realize where your limitations really are, and you're always exceeding them. You're always reaching further. And in life, jobs, family, anything really, is going to make you feel like, all right, this is too much. I gotta walk away. And the exercise in the gym of mentally pushing yourself further than you felt you could go, and doing that repetition, for example, me, 3 days a week, when it happens at work or when it happens when I'm raising a child, because we all know that one's hard, you get better at staying cool. You get better at not giving up. I should prepare my thoughts and then speak, because I think it'd be better for you as the viewer. But you know what? I'm still learning, and we're just getting started. So that's it. 4 more weeks. I'm committing to the commitment, even though I didn't want to, but I do. I'm going to eat better, I'm going to sleep better, and I'm going to work out better. I almost forgot to remind you guys, like the video and subscribe if you want more content. Comment below if you have suggestions for other viewers that are watching this. If you're like a fitness guru, tell them to follow you. You know, this channel is not about fitness. It's just a little piece of something that I do in my life that helps me and hopefully helps you. And it'd be just kind of cool, a little experiment for me to do. All right, thank you. A little quick